Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my live streams. This is the Ready, Set, Go preview show. This is the show that we do pretty much every single Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. And I have to tell you guys, I have a new lease on life. As of a couple of hours ago, I was under the impression that I had to go to work tomorrow. And my wonderful wife just changed my whole world when she's like, you know, that you actually have Monday off from work. My whole life changed. The weekend goes so fast for me because there is the anticipation of soccer. Then there is actually soccer on Saturday. And so by the time Sunday rolls around, I feel like the weekend's over. I feel like the weekend is over. And so I kind of dread what happens. And so she was like, yeah. So my whole world changed as a result of just her uttering a couple of words. So I am super pumped because it honestly has been a really good weekend. I attended the Berkeley Comic-Con this weekend, or the Berkeley Comic Show, had some fantastic conversations with some dealers and also with just some subscribers of the channel and just regular collectors that were at this con. And I truly did have a good time. And stay tuned, because I'll probably be releasing a video. I don't know if it'll be this week. It may actually be next week or the week after. I have to look at what I have. But soon I will be releasing a video so that you guys can actually see the Berkeley Comic-Con and what all went down there. So I have a ton of stuff that I want to talk about, and I'm going to try to cram it all in here as best I can. But first, I want to say hello to some comic book soldiers that have joined me here in the room. I see Jim, I see Johnny, Matt, how you doing? Crypt Keeper, Tina is in the house. Thunder God 75 Comics is here. Jeremy is here. Tom Garcia. I think, brother, you should actually change your name to like not that Tom Garcia, because I think that would actually clear up a lot of confusion. Jeffrey, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. Scrolling down through the name, L. Smith hit me up on email. It was either yesterday or today. Thank you for the recommendation, brother. Absolutely appreciate you. Jerry is in the house. How you doing, Jerry? It is good to see you, my friend, as always. Scrolling down through the names, you guys were having a robust conversation. Randy Resnick is in the house. It's good to see you, my friend, as always. Squirrel Madness is here, and also Patrick. Again, I want to thank everybody for taking a little bit of time out of their day, their Sunday night, to hang out with me and some of your good friends, man. I think you guys were in here 30 minutes before the show actually began, which I think is fantastic. So what did they? Somebody says something about Berkeley. Berkeley has a lot of vendors and great deals. Yeah, man. I mean, the thing is Shortbox was there. Bunky Brothers, who I really dig. CW Comics was there. My buddy Ben was there. I mean, there were Cape and Cow was there. I actually talked to the owner of Cape and Cow earlier today. A1 from Sacramento. I mean, it was a well attended show. You know, Liam Sharp was there. The guy that did the recent Green Lantern comic was there. So it was a really, really good show. I definitely enjoyed myself. And again, stay tuned, because I'll be showing you guys some footage from that con, and you definitely don't want to miss that. So again, I have a lot of stuff that I want to try to get to. So I want to try to squeeze some of this stuff in here, and I'll definitely, what did I get? Stay tuned for the video. I try not to preempt myself. So stay tuned for the video. I have people that are asking me questions in the comment section, what about this? What about that? And I'm like, stay tuned for the video, because it's like I don't want to give it away if I know that I have a video coming. So I think people get that. So 2020. If so, here's the thing. If you are not an X-Men fan, if you are not like a Jonathan Hickman fan, if you're not a Marvel fan, it's going to be tough. 2020 is going to be tough, because this is the year of the X-Men. 19 was the year of the Bat, and 2020 is the year of the X-Men. You guys know about all of these crazy titles that are out right now for the X-Men, the regular X-Men, the New Mutants, Fallen Angels, Marauders. Who else am I forgetting? There's some other ones. Excalibur, and I think there is one more. X-Force. X-Force. 6 new titles, and I'm actually going to be releasing a video. Well, I need to film the video first, but I have a video coming up at some point where I'm actually going to be high level talking about those 6 series. But here on the channel, we've been talking about how this first wave of 6 titles was essentially just the shot on goal, right? There are additional titles that are coming, and little by little, we are starting to learn what some of those titles are. And I can tell you, there is, I think, a robust slate of comics that are X-Men related that are going to be coming our way from basically February all the way until December. I don't have, of course, all the details, but if you look hard enough, you can start to see some of these things floating out there. And I'm actually probably going to pull up on screen here a couple of articles to share with you guys. But on the horizon, there are a couple of books. There's the Wolverine solo series that is coming out, I believe, in February. There's been a lot of noise out there about that. I'm guessing there's going to be a ton of variants that are going to be coming out about Wolverine. There is X Factor. X Factor is actually coming back as a new title, and I'm actually going to show you guys an article in just a moment to look at that. But there is also a Fantastic Four versus X-Men series that is coming out that I am really excited about. One of my favorite story arcs, modern story arcs, is X-Men versus Avengers, or Avengers versus X. I can never remember what the order is, but it's a really, really good story. If you haven't read it, I definitely want to encourage you to read it. But one of the other, I want to say it was maybe Bronze Age books. I think it was Bronze Age. It was Fantastic Four versus the X-Men. And I think that was a 4-part series. I have it here in the collection, but they are actually going to be bringing that one back. Fantastic Four against the X-Men. I think it's going to be a cool series. I'm actually looking forward to reading that. But then there's also the Hellions that is going to be coming out. There is Cable. As I mentioned, there is X Factor that is going to be dropping. And I think that comes out maybe February, March. I think February, March. And then there's something called X Corp. If you guys have been following, some of the X-Men stuff, you would know that Moira McTaggart played a really big role in what was happening with House of X and Powers of 10. And then she's essentially disappeared. She's all but disappeared from the 6 X titles that are out. I think I've heard her name mentioned like maybe one time, but she's essentially disappeared. But I think the reason that she's disappeared is because there is a series that is going to be coming out, a new title that is called X Corp, and it is all about Moira McTaggart. And so I personally am kind of excited about that because I really like what Jonathan Hickman and his co-creators or creators or collaborators, however you want to look at it, what they did with Moira and her history. And so this X Corp book, which I don't know much about, to be honest with you, at some point it'll be dropping. I think it's going to be really good just because I dig Moira and I dig what they've done. And then there's another one called Excellent. Excellent is another. And so I've been talking for a couple of weeks now about the fact that, you know, there was going to be this initial wave, but then there was going to be other waves. Some of what I just mentioned to you now, it has reached solicitation. So we have some of the dates, we have some idea of what these are about, but many of the ones that I just mentioned to you are not at the stage of solicitation. So they're still kind of floating out there, and it's only a matter of time before we start to hear some additional details. But let me throw this up on screen real quick. This is actually, if I can manipulate this thing right. Oh, it looks like April. Looks like April when this one actually drops. So this is X Factor. X Factor gets Dawn of X relaunch in April is what they're saying. And so hopefully you guys can see this. Leah Williams and David B are going to be working on this X Factor title. And what they're going to be doing, which I think is actually really cool, they're actually going to be focusing on the 5. And if you read House of X and Powers of 10, you guys will remember that the 5 are basically the 5 mutants that use their powers collectively to actually resurrect mutants who have died. They bring them back. They put their minds back into their shell of a body, and they basically revive them. And so this new series, X Factor, is going to basically be focused on the five. And what it appears to me is that there's going to be a pretty interesting team. You can see some of the names there. You can see Polaris, Rachel Gray, iBoy, whatever iBoy is, Wolverine's son, and Prodigy are under the leadership of North Star. There's going to be this team. And basically what they're going to do is they're actually going to investigate how a mutant died. Before the five resurrect them, they're going to look into how the mutant died, and I guess understand the dynamics and all of what happened when the mutant died before they actually bring them back. So it's actually going to be pretty interesting. But I can tell you that there's probably going to be some people that are not going to like this story, just because there are, I think, going to be some interesting things that happen here with North Star. I think that that potentially could cause some issues with some folks. But this story of the five, the relaunch of X Factor, I'm actually looking forward to it, and I'm hopeful that it will be a solid read, like some of the other Dawn of X titles that have recently dropped. So this thing again is going to be dropping in April, which I'm pretty excited about it actually happening. Now, here's what's interesting. There are two other titles that I've heard about that are going to be dropping in April as well. And so it is actually going to be Children of the Atom is another one. And we don't really know much about it, but it's going to be called Children of the Atom. That is going to be dropping in April. Again, an X-Men title. And then there's also going to be another God Loves, Man Kills. And so God Loves, Man Kills is a classic Chris Claremont story. And so Chris Claremont is actually going to be partnering up with Brent Anderson, who I think he worked with as an artist back in the day on the original God Loves, Man Kills. They're actually going to basically be doing a director's cut of this story set to modern day. And so God Loves, Man Kills is a fantastic read, And so I'm hopeful that this next director's cut, this next version of God Loves, Man Kills is as compelling and strong as the original. So fingers crossed, but that's actually going to be happening and hitting stores in April. So I'm actually kind of excited about that. And then one last title. Again, this is again some crazy stuff that's happening here in 2020. These are just some of the what I think is going to be coming out. There is also going to be Giant Size X-Men that's going to be dropping, and that looks like it's going to be a couple of parts, maybe 3 or 4. But Giant Size X-Men is going to be coming, and I want to say that may drop in February. I think there's an issue with either Storm and Jean Grey and Emma Frost that drops, and then I think there's also one with Magneto. I've seen at least those 2 covers, and I think all of this stuff, and I've alluded to this before about some things that Jonathan Hickman has sprinkled out there. I think that all of this stuff is actually leading up to a major crossover event. And I think that this is essentially what Jonathan Hickman has been hinting at. And again, I listened to a couple of interviews that he has done in the past, and he was super cryptic about it, but it's probably by there's a reason for it. And so I think that now with some time passing, I think that some of the details are going to start leaking out. But you can see here, X-Men crossover coming with big plans for December. And I've read this article, and I'm gonna tell you, it doesn't really say anything. I mean, the X-Men group editor Jordan White basically says there's something big happening with the X-Men. There's going to be a crossover. It's going to be big. It's going to be good. Trust me. I mean, that's essentially it. You know, he goes on to say here, we've announced a couple of new books, and we have a few more to announce yet. But that was essentially the meat of it. That's essentially the meat of this article, and some of what I was telling you earlier about Wolverine, Fantastic Four, X-Men, Hellions, Cable, X Factor, X Corp, which is Moira McTaggart's, and then Excellent are some of the ones that have actually already been mentioned, in addition to a few others that I called out here as well. So it's going to be interesting what happens with the X-Men here moving forward into 2020. I'm glad that they're back. I really enjoyed what Jonathan Hickman did with House of X and Powers of 10. I have somewhat enjoyed the 6 titles that have come out, and I'm actually, like I said, going to be doing a video at some point trying to give you guys some of my thoughts on those initial 6. Hopefully I can do it in a timely manner before the next wave of books actually comes out. So I've actually lost my chat feature here, so I'm actually going to try to bump over to YouTube itself so that I can actually see what you guys are talking about. So bear with me as I attempt to do that. And if I can find, there we go. I think that's the window. So let me silence that. Let me see what you guys are talking about. I think Marvel full solicitation, some out this week, online preview mags is what Greek Freak was saying here. Exhausting is the next wave, says Scott. Brother, come on. You know the X-Men are the bomb. Greek Freak says, excited for the video. Sitting here contemplating Volume 1 trades for X-Men, X-Force, Fallen Angels, and Marauders. There's some good stuff. Scrolling through the comments here, seeing what else you guys are talking about. What is this? Reggie, will God Loves Man Kills be a graphic novel or limited series? I want to say, and this is Kimball, I believe that it's going to be a graphic novel. I believe that it's going to be a graphic novel, much in the same tradition as the original God Loves Man Kills. So that is my belief. But I did some very quick research. So if you find out that that is incorrect, please let me know. All right. Let me see what else you guys are talking about. The almighty Liger King, my wallet is calling 911 for domestic abuse. Matt says expensive is coming in 2020. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. So what I'll tell you though, is I personally think that it's important to adjust to all of these titles, right? Because unless you have unlimited funds, you cannot buy all these books, right? I have made some changes to my pull list. One of the things that I committed to you guys and I committed to my shops was that I was going to buy issues 1 through 5 of all 6 titles. At the point of issue 5, I was going to make a decision on whether I was going to continue with those books or whether I was going to cancel them. And I can tell you for a fact, I have definitively made some changes to my pull list because I can't continue to buy all of those books that are coming out. So I've made some adjustments and I'll share those adjustments with you soon. But I did it because it was the right thing to do for my wallet and the right thing to do for my collection. And so with all of these other books, man, I personally am not going to necessarily feel the pressure to get them all. I'm going to try through the solicitations and some of the recommendations from shop owners and from some of you guys to identify the good books. And I can tell you for a fact, I am getting Giant Size X-Men because there's some intriguing stuff there that I want to be a part of. So I'm actually looking forward to that stuff. So what is this? Yeah, I think Chris Claremont did a series called Heroes and Martyrs, and people were saying it shouldn't have been a graphic novel. Let me scroll through. Scrolling through the comments here. Fear of missing out. Hillbilly is talking about the fear of missing out, which is real. If you guys haven't checked out that video, I definitely want to encourage you guys to check that one out. So, all right. So that is the first wave of information that I wanted to share with you guys. There is a lot of crazy stuff that is going on in X-Land, a lot of titles that are going to be coming out. I will do my best to tell you guys about what I think of some of these things and whether you should buy them. Again, I personally was blown away by House of X and Powers of 10. I know that everyone wasn't, which is perfectly fine. But part of the reason why it was important to read that series is because it kind of sets the tone for probably everything that is going to come for the next few years if Marvel does what it says it was going to do, and if Jonathan Hickman says that he does what he says, right? And that is that they're going to be there long term, right? If they are going to allow him to do this thing long term, he will continue to bring that vision of what he started to life in these various titles that are going to be coming out, because everything will be rooted back to House of X Powers of 10. So if you wait a couple of more months, honestly, you can probably get it on Marvel Unlimited and just read through it all in one shot. So Let me give you guys a couple of updates on some things. So the room makeover video has been out there. I think, I don't know, last time I looked at it, it was like over 1,000 people that actually watched it. When I checked, I think there were probably over 240 people, I want to say, that had actually voted for the room makeover. And so if you haven't yet cast your vote to have somebody's comic book room made over, I definitely want to encourage you guys to watch the video, cast your vote. I think that I'm going to wrap up that contest on Friday. On Friday morning, more than likely, I may actually cut off the voting for that. And so I definitely want to encourage you, if you're watching this now and you haven't yet cast your vote for the comic book room makeover, I definitely want to encourage you to do that. And let me go ahead and dig into this thing. So let me do this. I actually want to try to do something that I failed at miserably during a recent live stream. I failed miserably with this one. So I want to give a quick shout out to a few people, specifically some sponsors that are working with me on this comic book room makeover. And this is one of them. This is Ready, Set, Go, or I'm sorry, Ready, Set, Collect. I actually had somebody earlier today ask me why my comics weren't, some of my raw sugar books weren't slabbed. And they were like, well, they need to be protected. Well, here's the thing. This is one way that you can actually protect your comics. They have a couple of really cool products that actually help to remove some of the gases, the pollutants, and smells that can damage your comics. So I would definitely encourage you guys to check them out. Ready, Set, Collect. And then they also offer a new product that has come out. It's not painter's tape, but it is a way to actually seal up a comic book bag. So definitely encourage you to check them out. There is a discount code on my website, REGIECOLLECTS. So if you go to REGIECOLLECTS.com, you can actually access a discount code to save. I want to say it's like 11% or something like that. So very, very easy way to save a couple of bucks with those MIP sheets. And MIP sheets are basically what I insert into some of my Silver Age books to help preserve them a little bit by, again, removing some of those gases and that kind of stuff. Another shout out to comicspriceguide.com, CPG. CPG is one of the sponsors for the comic book room makeover. And all of these sponsors are going to be donating some really cool stuff to the winners of the contest. So shout out to these guys. I have a feeling because this is a pricing guide, I have a feeling that I know what at least part of their prize pack will include. So definitely some more details to be coming on that really soon. We also have to give a shout out to, let me see if I can get my system set up here. A lot of people ask me about this. They're always like, how do you get your comics to hang on the wall? It is these guys right here, Collector Mount. I always call it Comic Mount, comicmount.com, because that's the URL that I use. But I think their other URL is collectormount.com. They offer some really, really cool products for putting your collectibles on a shelf, putting your collectibles on a wall. Doesn't matter whether it is a comic, a CD, a slab, whether the comic is raw, whether it's an album or some original art. Really, really cool product that I have been using for a couple of years now. So shout out to those guys. And then the very last, and some of you might be like, wait a minute, there's only 3 sponsors. Well, things change around here. So I do want to announce that a new company has actually stepped up and decided that they were interested in participating. And they were like, hey, is it too late to get in? I'm like, well, it's never too late to give somebody some stuff, right? And so the Collector's Resource, the collectorsresource.com has committed to hooking up the winner with a really cool prize pack. And I think they're actually going to do first place and also second place. They make some really cool products for being able to display your comics on the wall. Really cool stuff. These guys are awesome. I actually have a product review coming out soon from these guys, but definitely check them out if you are interested in having a way to display your stuff separate and apart from a Collector Mount. Great option. I have 30 of them here in the room, but the Collector's Resource is also another option as well that I wanted to make you guys aware of. So shout out to those guys, all the sponsors that have donated great prize packs that are going to be sent directly to the winners. once the winners are identified. So if you haven't voted, I definitely want to encourage you to do that. And then lastly, I want to give a shout out again to Joey Solo. Joey Solo is a subscriber of the channel who reached out to me and said, hey, I want to donate some money to the prize pack. And so he contributed $100 that we are actually going to give to first place along with my contribution. And then another individual, another subscriber of the channel has donated $50 that is actually going to go to probably second place. That's probably what I'll do with that one. What I will say is that this is not a solicitation for anybody to send any more money. That is not what this is about. It is simply trying to acknowledge those people that have already decided to support things. So that's why I'm doing this, because people are super generous and I want to honor that generosity. So shout out to Joey Solo and the unnamed individual that wanted to remain anonymous. They know who they are. All right. So let me go back and see what you guys are talking about in the chat. Fantastic sponsor, says Tina. Yes, they people continue to surprise me. They really do. So scrolling through some of the comments here, making sure I didn't miss anything. Somebody named Southern is in here. Reggie uses I love Chris Bigger. He says Reggie uses gibbon spit to hang his slabs. And someone actually sent me a video today of a gibbon at a zoo. And I can't, it was D Adams, Daryl Adams actually sent me this. I'm actually going to follow him. He actually sent me a video of a gibbon at the zoo kind of hanging out. So shout out to Daryl for hooking me up with that cool video footage. So let me see what else you guys are talking about. How you doing, brother? It is good to see you. Scrolling through the comments here, scrolling through. All right, cool. All right. So again, you guys have to excuse me because I don't have the ability to see my interface right now because I have to toggle back and forth between all these screens. Let me give you guys a quick update on the videos that are going to be coming out from the channel this week. And then we are actually going to get to our giveaway. So couple of cool videos I think that are going to be coming out. There is going to be an awesome unboxing that I'll be doing at some point this week. It is an AOK that was sent over to me. It was a really cool AOK. Actually two really cool AOKs in one video that'll be coming out at some point this week. Some of you actually saw because I'm going to do a premiere tomorrow of this particular video. And it is basically my last Amazing Spider-Man haul. And I was shaken. I was shaken to my core when I realized that by setting it up as a premiere, it was actually going to reveal to people what the video was about, because the panic was I thought someone had actually watched the video and then commented on the video. What they saw was the thumbnail that basically said my last ASM haul or something like that. So it's a little panic that ripped through me, but we're going to be doing that preview tomorrow. So hopefully you guys will be able to join me on Monday at 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. We're basically going to be doing a live preview of what is my last Amazing Spider-Man haul. I'm not going to give it away. I'm not going to preempt myself. Stay tuned for the video that'll be coming out tomorrow. I also am going to be doing a tribute video to Gabriel Dell'Otto. People seem to really like the tribute video that I did for Alex Ross recently, so I was able to do another. This one I decided to do for Gabriel Dell'Otto. I think it's a cool video. I think it's going to be a cool one. I hope that you guys will enjoy it. He is a super talented guy, and similar in some ways to an Alex Ross. He's Italian, so I don't really know what he thinks or how he talks about his paint and his paintbrushes, whether it's like Alex. But I think it'll be a cool video. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. I'm also doing in addition to that character or that creator spotlight video, I'm actually going to be doing a character spotlight video, and I'm going to be doing this spotlight on Magneto. There was some recent stuff that I became aware of with Magneto that showed me just how dope a character he was. And so there's going to be a video that's going to be coming out where I'm basically going to spotlight Magneto. and it's a little different. I think a little different for me, but I hope that you guys will enjoy that video as well. And then I'm also going to be doing a massive haul. So those are the 5 videos. Massive haul. I think I called it like big old box of books or something like that. Like it's a pretty big box of comics that we are going to open up. And then there will be one podcast that is going to be coming out from the channel probably on Monday at 7 o'clock. Collecting Chaos has said, been watching Alex Ross channel videos and he gives some real insights into his thought. I'm going to tell you, man, his videos, bro, I thoroughly enjoy the videos that Alex Ross drops. The challenge is that the videos tend to be like 1 minute or 2 minute long. But I really do enjoy the videos. The stuff that he talks about how he sees things and the correct way to do something. It is really fascinating. The video that he did where he talked about how to properly render Spider-Man's mask and the importance of the lines in the face with the nose and the mouth and the jaw. Man, I'm telling you, if you want to hear somebody nerd out on art, watch Alex Ross. Watch him. I'm telling you, it is completely worth it. So what is this? Reggie, did you see the Alex Ross video with Chip Kid? I don't know what you're referring to, Johnny. I don't know if you're talking about the interview that was done with him where he had his t-shirt from when he was a kid framed with the artwork, with the comic, with that. Maybe that's it. I'm not quite sure. But I do watch a lot of his stuff, but I may actually miss some things. So let me scroll back through. Ross has videos on YouTube. Yeah, man. Alex Ross. They're all like, you can string them together and they'll all be shorter than this live stream. The Alex Ross Immortal Hulk, Incredible Hulk 1 homage is great. I mean, the dude is just super talented. Chris Bigger, you're hilarious, brother. You are hilarious. Greek Freak says, bro, when I saw ASM 110 last week, I was surprised because he was a lot bigger than I imagined. I don't get that one. I may have missed that one. Sorry about that. I may be misreading that one. A couple of comments here from B Chandler saying both are fantastic. That being Del Otto and Alex Ross. Chris Bigger, Del Otto is dope. Thunder God 75, Del Otto is amazing. Yeah, so definitely stay tuned. Because again, I think that these videos, I think you guys are going to enjoy them. I actually had a lot of Del Otto. But I also had a lot of Alex Ross as well. So again, cool videos that are going to be coming out from the channel. Definitely want to encourage you guys to check those out. All right, so here is the book that is going to be given away tonight. Let me flip over to my other screen so I can actually see it. This is a really, really cool book. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 72. It is a shocker appearance. It is a 9.0. And it is better than the copy that I have in my own collection. So whoever wins this is one lucky person. So this is the book that is going to be given away to one lucky person, along with a copy of the Go Collect exclusive variant. And if you are indeed the winner, you will also have your choice of either a light gray or dark gray Go Collect shirt. So you have to, and the shirt only comes in large and extra large. So if you are the winner, you will need to send me an email to Regie@RegieCollects.com, giving me your screen name, your real name, your mailing address, your preference for either a light gray or dark gray shirt, and then also the size, whether it be large or extra large. So you have some really cool stuff that is going to be coming your way if you are indeed the winner, the first place winner. But we are doing something different this week, and I think I had mentioned this to you guys previously. We are actually going to give away a really cool prize pack to someone else. If you are in second place, we are going to give you an awesome prize pack from Comic Collection Agency. My man Juan is a great subscriber of the channel. He came to GarageCon. He gave me this prize pack to be given away to somebody as part of me reaching 6,000 subscribers. And I think we're at like 6,200 now. So I think it's about time. This guy has given me several prize packs. He's bought several shirts, several things for me in the past. Just a super, super generous guy. I keep my fingers crossed that he is actually going to, at some point, be able to open up his own comic card and collectible shop at some point in the future so that we can return some of this generosity that he has exhibited towards me and towards this channel. So if the second place winner, whoever he or she is, they will also get a really, really nice prize pack. We've never done this before. Typically, the Go Collect giveaway is just that, but I wanted to kind of mix it up just a little bit. So shout out to Tawan for being an awesome guy. All right. So let's go ahead and let me go back to the chat to see if I missed anything really quickly. Sith Lord, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you. He says, good luck to everyone for the first place. Good luck for me for second place. Oh man. Somebody's asking what condition my shocker is in. It is not a 9.0. Let's put it that way. I think it's probably an 8.5 or something like that. I think it's like an 8.5. But it is not a 9.0. Let's just put it that way. Comic Collection Agency is in the room. Shout out to you, brother. I absolutely appreciate you. I hope that you and Skylar had a fantastic weekend this weekend. Bearded Comic Collector Jerry is like, double good luck all. Such a good guy. I enjoyed chatting with this guy. He came to Garage Con after driving 6 hours. We had such a fantastic conversation. I am very, very thankful for you, Jerry. All right, so let's pop this thing over, and we're actually going to take a look at all of the individuals that have managed to find the code in the videos. So you watch the videos, you find a phrase, you take that phrase, you go to the community tab, you click a link to open up MailChimp, you plug in 3 pieces of information, 2 of them are relevant to you, and 1 of them is a phrase. The phrase is water. Water was the phrase for this week. Why water? Electricity? I don't know. Electrocution? I don't know. I make this stuff up on the fly. So water was the phrase. All of these individuals that we are looking at right now were able to find the video, find the phrase, find the community tab, because that's also sometimes a challenge, and they were able to get it all plugged in an attempt to win 1 of 2 really awesome prizes. And again, I want to give a huge shout out to the folks over at Go Collect for putting me in a position to be able to give away these awesome books every single week. We are almost at 50 weeks that they have been supporting the channel with some fantastic giveaways. If you guys are interested in getting a free 30-day membership to Go Collect, head over to my website, Regie Collects. There is a link and a code that you need to get 30 days. You cannot, I don't think, use the old code. There is a new one. And basically the codes for discounts and all that kind of stuff are on my partner page. Regie Collects. Go to the partners page and everything you need is there. So let's go ahead and roll this dice to figure out how many times we're going to have to randomize this list. And we have 7. We are going to randomize this list a total of 7 times. So let me bounce back so that I can actually randomize the list 7 times. All right, so here we go. And this is 1. Scrolling down, there are 276 people. Here is 2. Scrolling down, here is 3. Scrolling down, 4, 5. I don't know if people want the shocker more or the dope prize pack from a Comic Collection Agency. I think that is 6 right there. And the winner of this week's Go Collect giveaway is Bearded Comic Collector. Now, that is fascinating. That is honestly a fascinating thing that just happened right there. If someone does not believe in comic karma, if they don't believe in doing good things and those good things will come back to you, man, just look at what just happened. Jerry, shout out to you, brother. Shout out to your son as well, Jet, for making the drive to come hang out with me. It was a 6-hour drive one way, and I think a 7.5-hour drive back. So shout out to you, brother. Bearded Comic Collector is this week's Go Collect giveaway. The second place, Rated R, and then third place, my man Lee Atkins, and then One Wolf Gun. Whoa, this is an awesome list here. Collecting Chaos in 5th place, Vika in 7th place. my man Allen in 8th. That is an awesome rundown of like a solid top 8 right there. So shout out to every single person that is on this list. I want to thank all of you guys for taking the time to watch the videos, to leave comments behind, to be a part of this channel. As I put up on the community tab earlier today, the giveaway that I do, that I've negotiated with Go Collect, is really designed to be a thank you to the subscribers of the channel. It is really designed to say thank you for watching the videos, for taking the time to engage with me in a discussion about comic books. That's what the Go Collect giveaway is all about. It is about saying thank you to you guys. And that's why the hurdle to enter the giveaway is so low, right? I don't ask people to jump through hoops. All you do is watch a video, or a couple of videos, right? Find a code, you plug it in, you're in the thing, you're in the contest. It's easy because I want it to be easy, and I want it to be a thank you, right? There's a lot of complex ways that we could do this contest, but for what? What's the purpose, right? So again, shout out to all of you guys that take the time to watch the videos, to be good members of the comic book community. I appreciate every single one of you guys, and a special shout out to Jerry, Bearded Comic Collector, for winning this awesome book, and then also to Rated R for a really dope prize pack. I think there's 3 comics in here, a pack of cards, a single card, a DVD, an action figure. Pretty cool. So if you are in first place or second place, I need you to send me an email to Regie@RegieCollects.com with your screen name, your real name, your mailing address. I need all of that information. If you were first place, Jerry, I'm looking at you, brother. You're probably looking back at me on your TV. I need you to tell me what shirt you want: dark gray, light gray, large, or extra large. And I will get all of this stuff bundled up and sent out to you guys in a timely fashion. All right. So let's take a look at the book that is going to be given away this coming week. And I think it's a pretty cool book. It is Peanuts. It is Peanuts #1. This is a 5.0 gold key. And it has white pages, which I just think is incredible. Peanuts #1 gold key from 1963, a 5.0 with white pages. This book was also not pressed and not cleaned. So this book is definitely in a position for an upgrade. So if you are lucky enough to get this book, it's a pretty cool book. So let's pop over real quick. We're going to head over to Go Collect and take a look at the FMV associated with this book. And so we're going to type in Peanuts #1, hit the search button right there. You can see it pops up relatively quickly. You click the name there, and then this is a 5.0. So we're going to scroll down, find the 5.0, and you can see here that this book selling for around $200, right? Back in 2018, it actually sold for $205. And then 113 sold for $230. So there you go. Pretty nice book, 5.0, white pages, 1963. Pretty cool book. And so again, if you are interested in entering this week's Go Collect giveaway, all you have to do is watch the videos that come out from the channel Monday through Friday at 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. And in one of those videos is a phrase that you will need. You then head over to the community tab, you plug that phrase in, and you are off to the races. Generally speaking, I get the post that you need, that is typically put on the community tab either Sunday night, tonight, or Monday. I have consistently been able to do that. So if you're not finding it, you may just need to scroll down the page a little bit, because it is going to be there. It's going to be there. So definitely look for that. But if you have any issues, you can always search for Regie Collects Go Collect giveaway. There's details there, or you can send me a message and I will gladly help you. All right. So let me pop back over to YouTube and see, is that the first appearance of Willis? I don't know. There's like 0 details on this label, man. It just says back cover pinup. So I don't know if somebody can actually look it up real quick. They might be able to, they may actually be able to tell me. Matthew says the phrase is "you're a nut." That is not the phrase. That is not the phrase for this week. but it would be pretty fitting given the name Peanuts. Well done, Matthew. Well done. Great Pumpkin is the phrase. Johnny Future says Red Baron. Bearded Comic Collector says Great Pumpkin. You guys are hilarious. Collecting Chaos says he has issue number 3, so he should have issue number 1. I respect it, bro. I really do respect it. I hope that I can be shipping this book off to you. So good luck. Good luck, everyone. Hey, Chuck, says Matthew Woods. You guys are hilarious. The phrase is good grief. I saw this book and I was like, you know what? I'm actually going to get this one because it is such a simple, just clean cover that it spoke to me. I had to get this book. I've never purchased a Peanuts book before, but I just thought it was really, really cool. I thought people would get a kick out of it. It's a little different from some things that I've done here. And so there you go. There you go. Hopefully people will respond. You guys are going on and on. about the phrase. Well done. Brett Hess Art. How you doing, brother? It is good to see you, my friend. I have not seen you in a while. It's good to see you. Woodstock's first appearance was on the Daily Strip on April 4th. Wow. Collecting chaos, man. Wow. Dropping knowledge up in here. Charles Schultz is the best is one of the comments here. You guys are awesome. Man, I'm telling you. So Chris Bigger says he needs a Dale Auto cover. Brother, there are several on sale right now, right at RegieCollects.com. I actually have many of the Dale Auto books that are hanging on the wall behind me, right? Literally behind my head. Almost all of those are actually on the website right now for sale. Shout out to everybody that actually picked something up for me this weekend. There were a lot of people that picked up the box cutters, a couple of t-shirts, lots of raw books actually are about to go out the door. A lot of raw books were being sold over the course of the weekend. Sorry. So shout out to everybody. If you do buy a shirt, probably tonight or tomorrow, I will actually throw in a free gift as well. So if you guys want to take advantage of that, let me know. All you have to do is hit the website, place an order at RegieCollects.com, and I will throw a little something extra in there for you guys. What is this? Hey, Reggie, was your neighbor setting off fireworks after the game? I don't know. I actually cannot hear anything with the headphones on. My microphone does, however, pick up a lot of sounds from outside the room, but I am not hearing any fireworks at all. Not hearing anything at all. John, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream, my man. It is definitely good to see you. Sith Lord is about to turn in. Good night, brother. It is good to see you, my friend. Thank you for hanging out just a little bit. We don't have any tank tops right now. No tank tops for sale. I tell you guys, this is how a lot of this stuff works. And I'm not picking on EE at all. That's not what this is. So the way that a lot of this works is that I will have some kind of project. And I will take the funds from that project and I'll roll it to the next project. And then I'll take the funds from that project and I'll roll it to the next one. That's kind of how I keep things moving forward, right? So if you think about a lot of the shirts that have been sold here on the channel, a lot of those shirts that were sold and I sold out actually went to buy the box cutters, right? And so I basically have some box cutters now for sale. I have some t-shirts for sale. And the question becomes, what am I going to take that money to do next, right? But that's how it works, right? It's like I try not to take money out of my pocket from my family. And I try to keep the comic book money moving around, whether it be selling books to buy some books for the collection or selling some t-shirts to be able to buy some box cutters to be able to buy something else, right? That's kind of how all this stuff works. And so people are like, hey, what about this? I love it. It's a great idea. I actually have it on the list. Trust me. But there's a couple of steps that have to happen so as to keep the stuff moving forward, right? Because you could easily spend a lot of money and not sell one thing, right? So that I try to keep it all moving around. So hopefully people get that. Let me see. Tina's like, love the box cutters. I think they're pretty cool. I really do. I really do think that they're cool. I was in the backyard today cutting up boxes for recycling, and I had one in my pocket, and it worked out quite nicely. So. Given mug. What does this say? Reggie, are you thinking of getting more large black t-shirts like 2X? I actually do offer 2X. I actually do offer 2X and also offer 3X. But because there tends to be only so many people that will buy those shirts, I only get a handful of them. And so it a lot depends. But again, the challenge is, this is Tony asking a question. It's actually a really legit question, right? If I order it, I don't want to, make people buy it, right? Because I can't force you to buy it, right? But I also don't want to tie up a ton of money in inventory. So I had somebody recently say, "Hey, Reggie, we need a bunch of small shirts." I get small shirts, haven't sold one small shirt. Right. So it's a struggle. There's always this balance, right? If I take people's money as a pre-order, my printer doesn't print on time, and then I hold people's money for weeks and weeks and weeks, and that makes me uncomfortable. So I use my own money to do it. But then that just means that I have to be smart about the sizes and the quantities that I get, and so that is that little bit of that push pull with some of this stuff. But I have had 2X and 3X as well. I'm not sure what's on the site right now. I would say check the site, because there could be a 2X up there. The box is in the other room, so I can't look right now. But Tony, if you are interested, I would say check the shirt, bro, because they may be some out there. Greek Freak says, "Yes, sir. Your boy got one of those 2X's. Yeah, I try to take care of folks. Let me scroll down through some of the comments here. Black sleeveless t-shirts with, man, I'm telling you, I have a muscle tee that I've been testing out for a couple, like a month and a half now. So come summertime, there will be some muscle tanks that are going to be offered. So definitely stay tuned for that. Scrolling down through some of the comments here. There are, to my knowledge, there are all sizes of t-shirts up there right now. There are, I want to say, a handful of smalls, a handful of mediums, a lot more larges, a lot more extra large, because I wear extra large. So if I never sell it, I can just wear them all. That's my theory. And then there may be some sizes that are larger than that, but you have to check the website, RegieCollects.com, go to the products tab, and you should be able to see what's actually in inventory. So let me scroll down. My wife, Comic Collection Agency, my wife was like, "Yeah, you should have gotten the sword coming out of the end of your name, and that would have been really cool." I'm like, "Yeah, after the fact, that doesn't help me." But this is only version 1. You never know what version 2 might actually look like. If there is even a version 2, maybe I'll move on to something else, like maybe, customized painter's tape or something like that. Who knows? I was actually trying to do a customized storefolio. I was trying to make a customized storefolio happen. There was no interest. There was no interest in working with me on a customized storefolio. So we probably won't be doing that, but you never know. You never know. Somebody actually just placed an order here a second ago. I saw it pop through on my phone. Man, I don't know what you bought, brother, but Brandon, thank you very much. I'll have to look to see what that was in just a second, but that just rolled through. So is Glitter and Duct Tape here? Did I say Glitter and Duct Tape? How you doing? So at the Berkeley Comic Show, I had an opportunity to meet a lot of really cool people, and Glitter and Duct Tape is one of those people. They're actually here in the room right now, so shout out to you for hanging out with me just a little bit. How about store reg boxes? I don't know what that means, Kimbo. Are you talking about regular boxes? The problem with like regular, like white boxes, for example, is that shipping is a monster. Trying to ship something like that is a little bit of a monster, right? And that's the challenge with something like that. So yeah, it was definitely nice to meet you, Glitter and Duct Tape. It was cool to hang out just a little bit, But Reggie boxes. Are you talking about store folios? Or are you talking about regular comic book bins? Because I've actually looked at both. I've actually looked at everything, right? It was Lee Atkins that was basically like, don't just do tchotchkes. He's like, do something that's actually meaningful, which is like a legit comment, So, but what is this? Jeremy saying get a Reggie Collects mini pry bar for prying open slab. That's actually not a bad idea. I could definitely see some Reggie Collect short boxes. The challenge is like finding somebody that can make short boxes for me, right? Is tough. Or buying short boxes and then branding them is going to be expensive, right? You end up with some of these short boxes like from BCW that are like $20. That's a lot of money for a short box. And you have to ask yourself, how much does it cost to get that thing made? You know, there is always that balance between getting it made well, and then being able to sell it at a price that actually makes sense. There is always a balance, you know? So again, I'm never at a shortage of ideas, but there is definitely a balance between what I just mentioned a second ago. So no point to belabor the point. Mailers. I've actually looked at mailers as well. My man Comic Tom actually has some dope mailers, but I've thought about that as well. I thought about mailers. I thought about partnering up with some people that already do mailers and having them be rebranded. So there's not a shortage of ideas. It's this whole thing of you have to take what you have, make it work, and then you leverage that for some other stuff, right? Because there is not an infinite amount of resources, so it's all about a balance. So, and I think you guys definitely get that. All right. So with that, I'm going to wrap this thing up. Shout out to all of the winners this week. Shout out to all of the sponsors. Shout out to all of you for hanging out with me this week or today. Really cool videos that are going to be coming out from the channel this week. Like I said, a dope unboxing / AOK. There's going to be a really cool, amazing Spider-Man haul. My last official Spider-Man haul is going down tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. It'll be a preview. So if you want to come and hang out with me live, maybe you'll enjoy it. There's a tribute video that is coming out featuring Del Otto's artwork. There's also a character spotlight video that is dropping this week featuring Magneto. And then I'll be doing a massive comic book haul as well. So stay tuned for that. And then if you're into the podcast, and I know a lot of people are, there will be a podcast that is going to be dropping, I think it's tomorrow at 7 a.m. Pacific time. That'll be coming out. So definitely stay tuned for all of that great content. If you guys need me, I'm not too hard to find. You can actually get me on Instagram at RegieCollects, or you can send me an email to Regie@RegieCollects.com. No matter where you look, I am typically around. Thank you guys for hanging out. Have a good night.